welcome back to the Island Nerds. Sorry about the ASMR in my voice. My whole family's sleeping. It's like 5 o'clock in the morning. But holy shit, this was an awesome episode. Okay, first of all, Isaiah Bradley, I think it is Bradley. Yeah, he was basically like Captain America during World War II. We got Battlestar. How did nobody see Battlestar coming? We got a new Captain America. Why not a new Bucky? I mean, how the fuck? Like, how did nobody see that coming? U.S. Agent is actually not a complete douche. He actually wants to help. He doesn't just care about his public image. I mean, of course he cares about it because he's got this weight on his shoulders. But he's he admits I'm not trying to be Steve. I'm just trying to help. You know. I love how Bucky and Sam meet again. It's not forced. It's Bucky found out about U.S. Agent, and he's like, Sam, why'd you give up the shield? He literally went to him to see why the hell he would do that. I love how they kind of bicker like kids. It kind of goes back to what I said a couple of days ago. It's they need to accept that they are all they have, you know. They need to come together and be friends. And you know, my initial thoughts going into the show was you know, Bucky's gonna have a sour taste in his mouth because Captain America decided to give the shield to Sam instead of him. But I'm completely wrong. He is mad at Sam because he gave away the shield. He didn't appreciate its meaning enough, although Sam thought that he was doing the right thing. And I love how towards the end of the episode you can see the blood starting to boil between John Walker. I refuse to call him new Captain America or whatever. I'll call him U.S. Agent. How about that? The blood's starting to boil between U.S. Agent and Bucky and Sam. Let's see. I had a couple notes here. So yeah, oh my god, and the depth of the characters still. I talked about this last week. The God, what was I saying? You know, Bucky and Sam, of course, they're working out their own personal issues. John Walker, he actually I mean, he wasn't just handed this position, he worked for it. Obviously he shouldn't have been the new Captain America, but you know, he worked for the recognition. He deserves the recognition at least. And holy shit, the villains also have enough depth. I'm sure we'll get more eventually, but that's really cool. And I love how they are the ones that actually seek out Zemo. I love that that's how they bring this in, because they need to find out how these guys are getting the serum. And who knows more about Hydra than the dude that's literally been digging in Hydra secrets his entire life. So yeah, that's such a great natural way to introduce it. That's what I love about this show. Nothing seems forced. It's all natural. The way Bucky and Sam meet again. The way U.S. Agent fits into the story. Yeah, he's a public figure, but he just wants to do the job. He wants to do good. He doesn't just want to sign autographs and wave for the camera and look all pretty and shit. He actually wants to do the right thing, and I think that's awesome. Yeah, I can't wait to see where this goes. I thought Zemo was behind this whole the villains. I forget what they call them. I thought Zemo was behind them the whole time, but I guess not. I guess we'll see where this goes. I don't know, honestly. Oh man. But yeah, I just loved everything about when he said Battlestar, I was like, holy shit. I was like, how did I not see that coming? How did nobody see that coming? Oh my god. That's and freaking what's his name? Isaiah Bradley? Yeah, oh my. That is bottom of the barrel Marvel character. I would not expect them to introduce into the show, but I'm so glad they did. That is awesome. That's on the level of the Mandalorian bringing in I forget what it's called, but the first Jedi temple that the Mandalorian brings Grogu going to. It's bringing the lore into the story. I love it. Oh man, you read about the shit in the comics and you just don't expect it to happen. I think Isaiah Bradley literally was Captain America at one point. So and like to know that he's the one that like went toe to toe with Bucky while he was like serving Hydra, that's insane. Oh my god, wow. I can't believe. And Battlestar, that's like Jason Todd appearing in DC. That's like on that level. It's so freaking cool. Oh my god. Like, there were a couple characters that I was like, oh yeah, they should bring them into the show, but I would never expect Battlestar and freaking Isaiah, but whatever his name was. Oh man, Isaiah Bradley, that's what it was. I always forget his last name. Yeah, I can't wait to see where the show goes. It's absolutely insane. I can't wait. Yeah, we got a lot of good stuff. That fight scene on top of the trucks was amazing. I loved it. I love how they got their asses kicked because they basically jumped headfirst into the deep end without knowing how to swim. Like, they had no idea what they were going up against until they like actually fought these guys, which is crazy. And when John Walker, like, first of all, he's got the moves. Holy shit, he can use that shield. I hate to admit it, but he's good with the shield. When he saved Battlestar, when he threw the shield in, I was like, oh, damn, that's some ingenuity right there. When he got back on the truck and he was like, you've just made a big mistake, I was like, dude, you don't have the super soldier serum, relax. And then he got his ass handed to him. So, oh man, wow, not a lot to break down, just a lot to be excited about. I gotta be honest with you. Yeah, but I honestly cannot wait to see where the rest of the show goes. I have no idea. Like, I'm just too excited. You know, I'll do a full breakdown later on in the day probably, but as of right now, it's just pure excitement. I'm so fucking excited. I'll make predictions and everything later, but Battlestar. Didn't think we'd ever get Battlestar in the MCU. I don't know why I'm so excited about that of all things, but oh man, Battlestar and Isaiah Bradley in the second episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier. That's crazy. Like, literally, like, talk about like digging through your dusty collection of comics to find these characters. These guys know what they're doing. Nobody knows Marvel better than freaking Kevin Feige. Man, yeah, this is crazy. I love how it's going so far. I love the not really a backstory, but kind of like the depth that was given to John Walker. I thought it was just like, yeah, pick the prettiest dude in the military and give him the shield. No, like he worked for it. He can use that shield like a madman. As much as I hate to see him use it, and it breaks my heart every time, he's got the moves. I'll give him that. But yeah, I can't wait to see where this kind of internal struggle with Bucky and Sam goes. I think it's going to be like a running theme throughout the show. Like, they're just both battling, like trying to accept the fact that like they need to come together and they need to not just work together, but they need to be friends. And like to see Sam and Bucky like say like, yeah, and then we'll never see each other again. I was like, it's disheartening because they shared a mutual best friend and he's gone now, and somebody else has taken the mantle of their best friend, and that like the legacy of that shield is heavy too, carries a heavy weight with it. So that's why Bucky is so indifferent about Sam giving it up, and he thinks that he should have kept it, which is really cool to see Bucky accepting Captain America's decision to give it to Sam. But yeah, that internal struggle I think is going to be like a running like jab through the show. Like, I think a U.S. agent is going to get in their way, and phone just fell. I think U.S. agent is going to get in their way in like a huge way and cause them like a major loss, and Bucky's just going to like jab him with it one really good time, and they're going to have it out, and then eventually they'll work it out in the end, I'm sure. But yeah, time will tell. We'll see. I'll make another video on this later. Hopefully Ryan can join me, and I'll do a full breakdown and everything. So yeah, as of right now, those are my initial thoughts. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to watch more videos, look up here. If you want to subscribe, leave a like, comment, always appreciated. Have a wonderful night, or wonderful day actually, you beautiful people. Goodbye.